today's video, I wanted to talk about working while in nursing school. I am currently in my senior year of nursing school, and I also work at a hospital. So I am a PCT, which stands for Patient Care Technician. That's also short for CNA, or Certified Nursing Assistant, or PCA, which is Patient Care Assistant. I personally will say that working while you're in school is definitely beneficial. One of the most important factors is you will already have a job. So if you show up and do what's expected of you, the bag will be secured before you even graduate from nursing school. Put the work in now as a tech and work where you want to be, because you are most likely to get hired as a tech before getting hired as a new RN. That's just my personal opinion. Every job that I have applied for, I have applied for a peds tech position, I've applied for a NICU tech position, I applied for a regular med surg tech position, and I applied for a women's services tech position, which is the job that I currently have, and I landed all 4 jobs. All 4 of them. I got a call back, I got an offer letter. For me, I feel like you can easily get a job now as a tech because facilities want to train you and they want to groom you to be theirs. When residencies open up, they always go with in-house first, meaning if they have 10 positions open for the ER and they have, let's say, 30 applicants, but 10 applicants work at that facility, they're going to pick their students first, or their employees first, before they just pick random people off of the street. And that is all dependent on if you work hard and you do what you're supposed to do. Now, if you're coming into work late, you got write-ups and stuff, then of course not. But if you're someone who comes in, work hard, they see you work hard, you're not late, you don't have any write-ups, then they're going to pick you over the other applicants. So if you want to work in pediatrics, if you want to work in a NICU, if you want to work med surg, you want to work in ER, wherever you want to work, I would say the most beneficial reason for working as a tech now would be so that you can have a job where you want to be when you're done with school. So I do work 12-hour night shifts. At first I worked 2 nights a week, so that would be from 6:40 p.m., which is the time that I have to clock in, until 7:00 a.m. the next day. I personally like to work Friday nights, and then sometimes I'll pick up a Saturday night, sometimes I won't. It really just depends, but for the most part I work every Friday night. Is it hard working while in nursing school? Absolutely. It's tiresome because I'm in school. I feel like once I graduate as a nurse, it probably won't be as bad to me, but I still am a mother, I'm a wife, and I'm a student, and I still have to study. Overnight, you're used to sleeping, your body is used to sleeping, and then you're working, you're up for 12 hours, 13, 14 hours even maybe. So yes, I will say that it is hard. If you don't feel like you can do it, I would say don't do it. You don't necessarily have to work 12 hours unless your facility specifies that you only can do 12-hour shifts. Now, the reasons why I wouldn't recommend working as a tech while in nursing school is because I feel like we as techs have to do all of the dirty work. We do all of the running around, and there's really no sitting at a desk charting for us. Like, you're up and you're moving around, you're lifting patients, you're changing beds, you're changing diapers, you're cleaning poop, you're cleaning urine. It's a lot. You are the go-to person. And when you're an actual nurse, you may have a 1-to-3 ratio, meaning 1 nurse to 3 patients. But when you're a tech, there can be anywhere from 1-to-10 or 1-to-15, even 1-to-20 ratio. So you have, let's just say 10 patients or 13 patients that needs to be cleaned, changed. They're hitting a call light, they need this, can you bring them this, can you bring them that? Yes, it gets very overwhelming. and it is very exhausting, but that is a part of your job. You are the nursing assistant. You are there to assist the nurse. So you can definitely burn yourself out just because of, again, the hours that you're working, depending on the time that you're working, how often you're working as well. So those are just a few things to think about before deciding if you want to work while in school or not. Now, I would say definitely give yourself about 6 months. If you don't want to experience some of the things that I just mentioned, but you want to get your foot in the door and you want to start working so you can secure a job, I would definitely say apply like maybe 8 to 6 months out from graduating. That way you can work about a good 6 months, and then you'll be in the door and you'll be able to secure your position as a nurse. So with all of that being said, I'm basically going to tell you guys how I balance what I do and how I'm able to stay afloat with all of my responsibilities. So first off, I would highly recommend only accepting a PRN position. So PRN just means that you're not a full-time employee, you're not a part-time employee, you're a PRN employee. You work when you want to work. It's basically what's beneficial for you. When you work as a full-time employee, you know, you get benefits, and there are more things that come along with working as a full-time employee. When you're a part-time employee, same thing, you may get some benefits but not as many as working as a full-time employee, but someone still makes your schedule. As a part-time employee and a full-time employee, you can put in the system what days you want off, but let's just say 3 people want Saturday night off. You know, there's still a chance that you will have to work Saturday night. Versus if you are a PRN employee, you tell them, hey, I can't work Saturday night, but I can work this day, I can work this day, and they leave it at that. So at my job, I'm only required to work 2 shifts a month. So as long as I work 2 shifts in 30 days, I still have a job. So when I know I have a test on Monday, I usually don't work that weekend. So that is kind of how I balance and try to, you know, make some sense of things so that I can still stay on top of my grades while also working as well. The last tip is just making sure that you don't overwork yourself. Now, I am guilty of overworking myself because whenever I am not at school, I feel like I should be at work making money. For me, mainly that is because I pay for school out of pocket, 100% out of pocket. So I don't have any student loans, any financial aid. And so I just feel like, okay, I'm not at school. You know, I can take these notes and take them with me to work and just go to work. But that comes with me not putting my all into my studies like I should. Make sure you have a balance. Make sure that you have a schedule and you create some type of consistency where you're like, I'm only going to work 1 day a week or 2 days a week, and that's it. So I hope that I was able to help you guys if you are deciding on working while you're in school. Don't forget that it's not mandatory. If you don't work, you still will be an excellent nurse. Don't think that you have to work while you're in school, because you don't. These are just my tips and my opinion about working versus not working while in school. So if you guys have any questions or comments that you want to add, please feel free to leave them down below, and I will talk to you guys later in my next video.